Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone at tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is your general reading for this week, and I'm going to be using the numerology guidance cards, and I'm also going to pull a card from the Angel of Atlantis deck because I haven't used both of these decks in quite some time, especially this numerology one, and I really do like it, and I like the little guidebook that it comes with. This deck was done by Michelle Birkinen, so it's a really interesting deck. So, and this deck, even though it is numerology based, it also, if you read the guidebook, it connects with angels and stuff and sacred geometry as well. So however, it doesn't go so much into like the geometry so much, but I do like the fact that there is mention of angels in the like beginning part of the guidebook. So, just shuffling up the deck and seeing what shows up for us next week. Okay, so we have personal growth. Oh, I love this card because it's very purple. So, what this card is telling me is that this is a time where we're excelling. We're going past our usual abilities or capabilities to explore things that can make us even greater in terms of our abilities, in terms of us becoming more knowledgeable. Personal growth, to me, it shows that you've been through some things, like you've been through some experiences that you can definitely learn from and definitely take a lot away from those experiences. I think it is so pointless really for us to go through certain things and come out the other side and just keep on, even making the same mistakes or going through the same processes again and again. And to be honest, I feel a lot of the time when we are going through repetitive processes, it is because it's showing up again and again because we haven't really learned, we haven't really dealt with those issues. But what this card is saying is that you are learning and you are dealing with these issues, you are addressing them, and that's what's making you better. And and really that's what we're here to achieve on this planet. We're not just here just to not learn anything at all. Obviously, the more we grow is the more we have the opportunity to learn more things and to develop even more. And I love that this card is really purple because it connects with the chakra at the top of our head, the crown chakra, and it connects with the number 7. And to be honest, it's so funny about the number 7 because I've seen so many people do different interpretations of what the number 7 means to them. And what the number 7 means to me is it's talking about spiritual matters. It's talking about things of a higher consciousness. This is about your relationship with self. So this isn't about anybody else, this is about you. So what it's saying is that 7 can be a difficult number because it is about the self. It's a number that makes us go in and to really think of ourselves in a more sort of internal way, from an internal perspective, not from an outside perspective. So this can mean that you are going through a lot of spiritual processes that are taking you to the next level all the time. So if you wanted to connect this with like more of a new age kind of message, you could say that this process is a part of your ascension. Like this process is a part of you becoming more one with spirit or more one with your higher self, and helping you to ascend and keeping your consciousness in line with higher consciousness. And so you're not thinking about things just from a perspective of like more of the base chakra. Like our base chakra is what we use in terms of thinking about what we need to survive, what we need to live in this world. But this is your higher chakra, so you're not coming from just your basic needs or basic wants and desires. You're coming from a higher perspective in terms of what is it that I need to live a better life, to live a more conscious life, to be more consciously aware of my actions, how they affect people or how they affect the outcomes or things that are happening in my own life. And if you can think that way, it can help you so much in terms of dealing with a lot of issues. I wanted to make a more specific video talking about karma because I'm starting to see a lot of karmic stuff showing up for a lot of people. And I feel like this card is connecting with that kind of energy because it's kind of telling us that if we can understand the karma that we are here in this life, trying to work through, trying to learn from, we can really develop so much in terms of where our life is heading to, or how we can manage certain things that are going on in our lives. There's so much stuff happening to us that we don't understand. We don't understand when we're going through certain blocks, why certain pathways haven't opened up for us. And a lot of the time that has to do with our karma. And again, we don't really know that. And because we don't know that, we just get frustrated, like, oh, like I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying and nothing is happening. But there is a bigger reason why nothing is happening. And if that is not addressed, then again, it's like you're just a hamster in a wheel going through this cycle over and over again and not really getting anywhere. So this card is saying that if we can think of things from a more higher perspective, then we can learn to navigate our way through this life, being able to know exactly what we're here to do, what our higher purpose is, and whatever karma we have to deal with, we'll know how to kind of make it through that as well. So that's the first card. The middle card is, oh, I love this. Spiritual career, and it's so pink. I'm getting with the colors I like. I love purple and I love pink. So this is a nice reading for me. And the pink is like connected with the heart chakra. So it's about what you love to do, what you love to experience. And again, you got a 7, so you got 78 this time. So it's about making your things in the spirit, making them real, manifesting them. So they're not just out there in the astral planes, or they're not just there in the spiritual planes being invisible, but bringing them down and making them real. And it's talking about spiritual career. So some of you guys, you may be using experiences that you've been through, maybe your own hardships, your own difficulties, things that you've learned, to either turning it into a career, maybe. Like, usually you find the people that have been through the most stuff make the best advisors and counselors and stuff like that, because if you've been through it and you've come out the other side, you have so much wisdom that you can impart onto other people. And you may decide to turn it into a job where you're actually earning money, giving advice and helping people. Like maybe you'll become like a life coach, or you become a spiritual counselor, or just a counselor in general, or maybe you might become a nurse, like all that kind of stuff. To me, where this card doesn't just connect with things that are literally to do with like religious or esoteric kind of modalities. It also can be about healing in general, and that can come in all different forms. There's loads of different ways that you can heal a person or be a healer. And so I feel like it's telling you that if you've been through stuff, you don't need to keep it to yourself. Like, it's important to kind of be a guide for other people too, even just through YouTube videos. There's so many people on here that share aspects of their lives, and then you can come across a video and it can be exactly what you needed for yourself, like to heal yourself. So that's kind of what we're here to do. And when I look in terms of this card, I feel like it is talking about a person that is trying to maybe develop something on us, or like in terms of a career, or of a professional nature, that they can align with what they believe, with what their belief system is. And I think whenever you do something that you truly believe in, like you work for a company that you really believe in their products, or you really believe in their ethical standards or their moral values, you become even better at doing that job. When you believe in a product that you're selling, you can sometimes tell when a person is just trying to sell you something, but they themselves don't really even believe in the product, or they don't even really care for the product. You're just not going to be that passionate about what you're doing in that case. And so I feel like it's telling you that you have to do and support things that matter to you, because that makes a huge difference in, again, how people perceive you, and what you're trying to sell or what you're saying. But then at the same time, it also makes a difference to you in and the amount of enjoyment that you're actually going to get out of doing the job that you do and stuff like that. So yes. And the last card is surrender. Oh wow. And we have an orange one this time. Orange, actually, that's my son's favorite color. So we got all the colors going on, and I've noticed all the shapes in the middle are all purple, and in this deck the shapes are actually, some of them are different colors, and so that's something that is very significant. So we're really connecting with this crown chakra this week. So we're talking about very like high level energies, really high level energies going on in these cards. And being that this is orange, this is connecting with our sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra is about creativity. It's about birthing something new, because that's where our reproductive organs are. And so obviously this could be about physical birth, but it just could be about any creation you want to bring in at this time as well. So yeah, so it can be about that too. But it's saying that you need to surrendering to your circumstances. Now, what this card means to me is that it's just telling you that sometimes you can't always be in the driving seat. We want to always be in the driving seat. We want to be the one controlling stuff. But it's kind of telling you that you need to go with the flow of what is happening around you. Don't try to force a change when it's not really supposed to come about at this time. Especially if you're kind of seeing that you're trying to force something and again it's not really working. It's kind of telling you that maybe it's time for you to take a little bit of a back seat, and to also trust that eventually things are going to work out. Sometimes we want something to happen right now and it's just taking time, and we get frustrated, and it's just saying that we just have to go with the flow of the energy. That's the thing about the universe. The universe isn't like a constant energy all the time. Like, it's not like just like this flat line. There's ebbs and flows. There's times where the green light is on and it's time to go, but there's time when the red light is on and it's time to kind of pause, retreat, reanalyze, think about things. That's kind of what happens when we go through a Mercury retrograde. There's a time to go and there's a time to reassess. And so it's kind of telling you that this is more the time to reassess things, especially if you do have some ideas, some things that are going on that you're wanting to achieve, trying to do. I feel like, to be honest, a lot of you guys may be having a lot of really great ideas and may be inspired in a lot of ways, and I think that this is actually divine inspiration that is coming to you. So it is saying that you are being guided by higher spirits that are trying to assist you, but at the same time these higher spirits may be giving you these ideas, but they're giving you them for you to kind of work out how everything is going to go, and that's going to take time. So this might be not the time to initiate things, but this is the time to kind of work out, how you're going to do this, how you're going to go about doing this, especially if you are, which I feel like is more a specific message to somebody watching the video. If you are like actually going for some kind of spiritual career, it could be saying, maybe you need to take a course first. Maybe you want to gain more experience in a certain field before you go for it. Maybe, all these things, they take time. And so you have to kind of go through the process before you can actually be ready. So it's telling you, you have to take the time out to do that, and don't try to rush anything right now, because it's saying something is coming to a completion for it to start something new. So you have to wait to this thing to come to completion first. You have to know everything you need to know before you can start on something new. So if there are any delays or anything, it's kind of telling you that you just have to kind of go with that at this time. So those are the cards. So let's see what message is going to bring everything together, and we're going to use the Angels of Atlantis card for that. So let's see what the Angels of Atlantis have to offer to this message. Okay. Ooh, empathy, and it's Raphael. Raphael, I believe, is the Archangel of Healing, and that's why he has all that green energy. So that's beautiful. So there's a lot of healing going on, and I love the lotus flower and how it just looks like it's just so healthy and it's just blooming because of this healing that it's receiving. So it's telling you that there is definitely some connection to a higher being and higher purpose this week that I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it's going to be a really sort of spiritual time, very spiritual. So I kind of get the feeling that this week the veil is kind of thin when it comes to beings coming through, higher energy beings, or you might be feeling like they're present around you, which is something that I've really been feeling as well. And I've been feeling that from like the beginning of the year, which is another thing I wanted to address in a video as well, like a separate video, which probably won't take that long. So maybe I'll do it straight after this one. So this one, again, empathy is connecting with, I feel like there's this message coming through that you you have to be able to connect with other people in terms of helping them in their healing process. I feel like it's telling you that any kind of grudges or anything that you hold, this is a time for forgiveness. This is a time of letting go. And so that may not be that may be a hard thing to do. It may be hard for you to forgive somebody right now or to let go of something. But you know what? It's telling you with this personal growth card, sometimes you need to be the bigger person in a situation. Because if you feel that you are ready, if you feel that you're at the point to use your experiences that you've gone through in your life in a positive way for yourself, it's saying you also have to be prepared to use it in a positive way for other people. Because sometimes we can feel that we're very enlightened and we can know a whole bunch of spiritual stuff, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we practice what we preach. And it also doesn't necessarily mean that like sometimes we can almost be selfish in our own healing. Like we want to heal ourselves from all our issues, but then when it comes to other people that we don't want to deal with, we want to push them to the side, kind of thing. And it's saying that you can't really have that kind of attitude. It's like you have to know that like I said, connecting back to that light, you guys know you guys know about, me and the light kind of situation, from them old Christian days and all that other stuff. But that's something that resonates with me. It's like you can't be a light doesn't shine just for itself. You get what I'm saying? Like if you let off a firework outside your house, anyone can see it, everyone can see it if they go outside. That firework isn't just for you, it's about anyone that can see it and enjoy it. Sorry about that. See, that's why I usually turn my phone volume off all the time, but then today I decided to switch it on and now it wants to ring. But anyways, it's basically saying don't keep that to yourself, share it with other people, so because I feel like you have a lot to share and you have a lot to give. And so this card is talking about connecting with people emotionally, giving love to other people, being gracious and being graceful, and also thinking about how you can be charitable towards somebody else as well. Empathy is about understanding where another person is coming from, especially if you have been through similar situations. So you have that level of understanding. So yes, peace and many blessings to you guys. I'll be seeing you. Bye.